Hey, hey! What's going on, everybody? So I'm just hanging out. So I thought I would take a few minutes to hang out with y'all and see what's happening. It's been kind of a crazy start to my week. Get my Mountain Dew in before people start showing up and give me a hard time about it. But it is shall be Tuesday. What's going on, guys? It is Tuesday afternoon, and see, there we go. That's the sodas. Dang it, I didn't get them fast enough. I didn't get drunk fast enough. What's going on, Skeletor? No, I just wanted to hang out with everybody. Hi, Miss Suede. I hope everybody is safe and well after last night. Crazy, crazy storms. It was pretty nuts back in Tennessee where I lived for 20 plus years. It was a pretty wild time. The house that was my permanent address that my sister lived in for 19 years was flattened pretty much over in Cookeville. So I'm glad that they weren't there. I don't know what happened to the occupants of it, but yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Justin. Go to the gym though, man. Get your workout in. Get your workout in, man. That's always more important. Definitely do that. Coming back after a stroke. Yeah, it was pretty bad. A lot of people affected. The Western Express terminal has heavy damage. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That whole area, that tornado was a good one, F3, and it was on up and down for 100 miles. You up in Ocala, Samson? What you doing up there, just hanging out? How about those Chiefs? How about them? They won. Dad's Adventure, how are you, man? It's been a minute or two since you've been around. Hanging out, trainer here. Yeah. Ah, okay. How's it going for you, Samson? You're on your own now, right? Pretty sure Samson's on his own. What's going on, Cody? Been out a month, going home for a few days, checking my mom in the house. Yeah. Sweet, I'm glad that's working out for you guys. I thought it might over there. No, yeah, not Corona. Yeah, that's gonna be a mess, man. I could probably make a video just on that. That coronavirus is something serious and spreading quickly. What do you say? FedEx is hiring what? Part-time our drivers in Tampa if you're interested. Trainer had me home for 12 days this month. That's a long time. Long time. Hi, Melissa. Hi, David. Handle something till Friday. Gotcha. Missed my trucking videos on Houston. Well, I'll make a few of them eventually. I'll make a few trucking videos eventually. We can talk about trucking today if you guys want. It don't matter to me. Just going to be on here for probably 30 minutes or so, just kind of hanging out. Having a hard time seeing the phone, to be honest with you. Let's see what I can do about that. See if we can't get something else going on, so I can read some chat, man. May have to put the bifocals on, put the old man glasses on, so I can see what's going on. Make sure this volume is down. Oh no, it's full blast too. It was full blast. Yeah, that ain't gonna help much, but it help a little bit. Did I change the name back? Yeah, Billy, I did. I did change the name back the other day. Um, no one asked me to or anything like that. I just thought about it long and hard, man. And it's just that's me. You know what I mean? That's been me for years. And so I almost kind of personally felt like I was selling myself out by changing it. So that's why I went ahead and changed it back. Oh yeah, Roughneck, man. I'm having a great time with the family. My little boy was so sad today when I dropped him off at school. The first time he acted like that. He came back and wanted an extra hug. He normally doesn't do that. Normally he's gone. He runs off with his friends. He's out of there. He doesn't much care about me or his mama. What's going on, J Dog? Not a lot, man. So Saturday, I talked to a couple people and got a little feedback on it. Saturday, we're going to do 10 hours live. I'm going to take y'all on my work day for Uber Eats on Saturday. Going to put you on a mount, a dashboard mount, and we're going to go cruising around, delivering food all day. So if you ever order Uber Eats and wonder what happens from the time you order it to the time you get it, you're going to find out Saturday. Joe, I went into detail. I did. I made a video about it, why I'm no longer a Prime. There's no juicy details. That's the thing. Everybody wants to know is there really is no juicy details. What I said is exactly what happened. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, we're gonna do 10 hours live on my dashboard on Saturday, running around Tampa. Everybody, yeah, correct, Roughneck. Correct. Everybody's looking for a smoking gun. There ain't one. They just, I made it very clear. I think I did. I mean, I tried to exactly what went down. It just is what it is. So now we moved on to other things. All right, Miss Wade, y'all be careful heading home. I don't know how far you have to go. I know David and Melissa were in Tennessee last night. I do trucking locally part-time. Is DoorDash worth it? It depends on where you live. Look, it really depends on where you live, Mohammed. I think that plays a huge part in it. And part of that's going to be doing it for a few days and finding out. That's what it's going to be. Do it for a few days and find out, Mesa, Arizona. Yeah, Mesa's probably pretty busy. Especially right now, all the spring training's going on down there. I'd say Uber Eats is killing it down there right now. Brad, I don't know. So I mean, she might. I hear that there's a possibility she does. I don't know. It's not my concern. I haven't bothered myself with it. At Cisco since 5, still haven't started offloading me yet. Dang, that's a long day, man. Talked to another driver that had a 2 a.m. appointment this morning at the AWG in Springfield, and he was still there at 10 o'clock this morning, 8 hours later. And they were telling him, probably be another 3 hours before he got unloaded. Skeletor, I don't know. I mean, I don't get settlements anymore from Prime. So the last one I got was like negative $1,900 or something like that. Waiting to get my passenger side window replaced. Yeah, Ian. I mean, that doesn't surprise me if you're in that area. Luckily, you're safe. Fleet Manager wants me to deadhead to Santa Rosa, New Mexico, 540 miles after this. That doesn't surprise me, man. It's that time of year, man. Right now, team freight is hopping, but solo freight can be rough. It should start picking up, though. Did I get a huge bill? No, I haven't gotten any bill or nothing. I'm sure I will, but it was $1,900 the last time I looked at it. What's going on, Jason? Yeah, real close to where one touchdown. There's a lot of people, man. A lot of people affected by that across Tennessee today. A lot of lives lost. A lot of lives lost right there where I, moved when I was 18. Like literally, like the house is gone that, pretty much is gone, the one I lived in. And that was my permanent address for 19 years. So my sister sold that house a few years ago. So I don't, you know, we don't know necessarily who lives in it, but hopefully they got out okay. But I seen some, I believe to be some pictures of a neighborhood right next or like really across the street. And it looked completely devastated. So I think that's where quite a few of the deaths came from. Was probably in that neighborhood. A tornado coming in that late at night. Everybody was sleeping. J Dog saying he ain't seen 2,000 miles in 2 months. Yeah, solo life is rough right now. You know, I'll be honest with you. I probably made more running Uber Eats last week than a lot of solo drivers at Prime. I'm not bullshitting you. But I put wear and tear on my car. So that's the difference. You have to weigh that out and decide whether or not it in the long run if that works out for you. No, Billy. No, that's not gross, man. That's net. That's net. I mean, when I was training, um, I grossed between 8 and 10,000 a week, and my check was usually between 3,800 and 5,000, and that was every single week during TNT. What are you driving, Bab? I'm driving my car, man. I'm driving my Honda. My Honda. It's funny. It's funny. I'll show you guys this because it's kind of comical. But check out my shorts. I had all them basketball shorts from Prime, and I love the way they feel, and the weather's so great down here. That's what I've been wearing. I got a little dirt on my chin, a little bit. Driven by the best. That's right. So yeah, I got like 9 pairs of these shorts, and they're great for just every day down here for working out, whatever, running, working, because the weather's beautiful. I mean, it's 80 plus degrees today. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this, absolutely gorgeous out. I'm actually parked in Soho. If anybody's familiar with Tampa, I'm parked in Soho. It's a real popular restaurant district, and I'm just waiting for the dinner rush to kick in and get started. One thing I've learned is there's a lot of money around here after 7 p.m. Like when the sun goes down, that's when it really gets busy here. Really gets busy. Before then, it's just kind of coming to Tampa soon. About to get my Florida real estate license. There you go, Sean. What do you think about this coronavirus will cause the trucking, especially if it spreads through out the country? I hadn't really thought about that. But man, I mean, truckers are especially susceptible to viruses like this that are going to spread because you're constantly traveling, you're always on a public toilet, you're taking showers in public shower facilities, you're eating at restaurants, there's always someone else touching your food, multiple people. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think freight will pick back up for solo drivers. This is pretty common this time of year. January, February, beginning of March. Really the whole first quarter. April is when it really picks up, but the first quarter is usually pretty slow. Billy, are you talking about when I was training? What's going on, Jeff? So Billy, I grossed in 2018, I grossed like $285,000, and I took home like 121 and then paid 16 in taxes, something like that. Because I did PSD as well. I don't do just TNT. So your PSD phases, you don't get those big checks, right? You get smaller checks, and then when you're testing out, you don't get a check pretty much for that week. And then when you go home, you're not getting a check. So, but that's kind of where I was. Do you miss it even a little? Strange asked me. Not yet. I'll be honest with you, not yet. I don't. I don't. And I'll be honest with you, I thought I would. I thought I would miss it a lot. You're right, Sean. You ain't lying. It is nice just to be get up in the middle of the night and walk to your bathroom and use it. Correct. Chapstick, you can do multiple. You can run multiple apps. But I mean, my only thing is if you're doing that, when you get a delivery from one, turn the others off because you could end up with deliveries going to or going in different directions. So like I used to run two apps. I used to run Postmates and Uber Eats. But Uber Eats is so busy in Tampa that it's like you don't even need the second app. I mean, there's this is the only time of day that there's not a surge pay. Surge pay is extra money they give you because it's so busy. Just trying to get people to get in their car and go to work. And this is the only time of day, like 3 o'clock to 5. There's no surge money. I mean, Roughneck. It depends on what you want to do. I always like doing PSD too because then I could see I was up front with them while they were driving the truck for the first few times, and so it made it easier for me to like rest and sleep during TNT because I knew what their driving abilities are. TNT only is tough because you throw someone in your truck and you didn't do their PSD. You don't know what their driving capabilities are, and then you're trying to crawl in that bed and go to sleep, and you have no idea what this individual is going to do. And I think that makes it super tough. What's going on, Nicholas? I mean, Dakota, I think you can make a lot of money if you can learn just to sleep behind someone and trust them. What's going on, Mark? I've never done DoorDash. What's going on, Miller? I've never done DoorDash, so they're not hiring in this area. They have no available. So a lot of guys like Grubhub and DoorDash, both of them have so many drivers. You like I couldn't even get on with them in this area. So they put me on a waiting list. And I mean, I'm sure I'll get an email someday from them saying they have an opening. What do you mean invisible, Tim? Tim must have talked and I missed it. I don't know. When will Uber Ball start? Uber Ball. So the Uber food rush starts here. I don't know, another 30 minutes or so. It'll start picking up slowly, and then by 7, it's like full blown crazy until 10:30 at night. Here recently, it's been even crazier up until almost midnight. It's been pretty crazy. Did I ever have any bad experiences with a trainee while I was sleeping? No, I wouldn't call them bad experiences. I had students that made wrong turns or got us into situations I had to get up and get us out of, but I didn't have any terrible experiences while I was sleeping. That's for sure. Thank goodness. Yeah. Joe, honestly, I'm content just hustling with Uber Eats right now, doing some YouTube videos on the side. I mean, the reality of it is, if you put $100 a week aside every week, you could run. I don't know. I mean, it's different depending on where you live, but, like, for me, I could put $100 a week aside, or $100, yeah, every week aside, and just buy a $5,000 car every year, and I could do this and make 60 grand a year probably. I mean, that's and be home every night, and, whoa, oops, and be home every night seeing my kid, and that's kind of important. I need to put a mountain here, so I'm not dropping a phone. Did you ever drive yourself or a student drive you on a no truck route? No, I never had that happen. All right, Jeff, I may take you up on that, buddy. I may take you up on that. You got Dustin as your recruiter. Good deal, man. Dustin's a good guy. Look, for the most part, for the most part, I have no hard feelings towards most of the people at Prime. There are a couple people that I don't feel that way about. One specifically, but for the most part, I mean, I have no hard feelings with them. They know that. I mean, um, I didn't raise a bunch of Cain when I left. I could have came on YouTube and tried trashing them and everything else, but there was just no sense in that. So I'm glad you got Dustin. He's a good guy. He'll take good care of you. He'll take good care of you. You're gonna buy a fold-out exercise bike or something for hitting the road. I'm gonna tell you, man. A lot of guys have those bikes they can take apart real easy, and they can just put them back together and go riding on their downtime during their breaks and stuff. It's really not a bad idea. And then other people I've seen with them attached to their deer guard, and then I seen some hanging back behind the sleeper, like where the load locks go. Yeah, Anthony, I'm going to stream all day Saturday, so I'm going to do a 10-hour live stream on this channel on Saturday, of my Uber Eats day. So it's probably going to start around noonish. I don't want to give an exact time because honestly, I don't leave the house till the baby pretty much allows me to. So he's usually ready for daddy to go 10:30. No, usually on the weekends it's close to 11 or 12. Oh yeah, like believe it or not, I really in this area it hasn't been too crazy. Because one thing I like about Uber Eats is it shows you where it picks up and where it delivers, and if you don't want to go to certain areas, you just don't go. See if I can sneak a cigarette in without catching too much grief. So I took down the video I made. If you guys were around, whatever day that was, Saturday, and here's why I took it down. They demonetized it for me because they said it wasn't suitable for advertisers, but they were still running ads on it. And so I just took the dang thing down. I was like, no, I'm not going to sit here. They're not going to tell me that it's not suitable for advertisers and then run ads on it and collect money off of it. So I took it down. Well, Joe, if you live in the right area, man, there's nothing wrong with Uber Eats. You can make a lot of money. Yeah, I wasn't going to let them run it. So people, because I'm sure some people will ask, hey, why'd you take that video down? That's why. That's why. Yeah, yeah, Mesa. Yeah, right there. The Cubs play Mesa, or they used to, and then they moved. I think they moved right down the street. Yeah, right. You've been there all day. You've been there all day. You could have. Yeah, Hopper, you did. Well, they didn't censor me, but just the fact that they. So what happened was this. First, I got an email saying that basically the video was unsuitable for YouTube, and then I requested a review of that. So they did a manual review, and then they come back and said, "Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's not vulgar. It's nothing like that." They have a long list of things. This was none of this. We found none of this in the video. Therefore, your video is suitable for YouTube, but it is not suitable for all advertisers. And so I just took it down. Dads, I could go to work in any city in the state of Florida. The thing about Uber Eats is your car has to be registered, your insurance and your license all have to be in the state that you are delivering in. Dan, I don't know. I'll just be honest with you. I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. I don't miss it at all. I don't know why, but I don't. I might someday. They say once it's in your blood, you'll miss it, but maybe I did it long enough that I'm not going to miss it. Because I did a long time. I was out there a long time. So maybe I miss it eventually. I don't know. But I mean, I have no reason to drive a truck right now, man. I love being home. I mean, my whole life has changed dramatically. Dramatically. My health is way better. My family life is way better. It's recovering. It's still in the recovery process, but it's way better. I'm building relationships back that I had lost. 22 years in the oil field. That's a lot. No Hopper ain't been in no ball games yet. Ain't been in no ball games yet. Yeah, Jonathan. I don't even think you're not going to get one. Like I don't even think they can do a request no more. It's just that if a PSD student gets somebody who happens to have one, they'll learn on a manual. But I know there was at least two guys who had manuals who took their students out PSD, taught them on the manual, but tested them out in an automatic yard truck and a pad truck, just because it's so much easier. Yeah, family and health is more important, and I wish I would have realized it earlier, and maybe I could have balanced trucking a little more with it. But I fell in that black hole I talked about in that video I made, and I was just out chasing money constantly, 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 constantly. And now I wake up every morning to I would love to say I wake up every morning to the loving little child waking me up and saying good morning, but I wake up to him jumping on my head, yelling at me to make him a milkshake. That's what he calls chocolate milk. So I wake up every morning to him yelling at me to make him a milkshake that he's thirsty, or to his mother elbowing me in the back because she don't want to get up and make him a milkshake, and he woke her up. You want more politics from me? Politics are politics, guys. The Democratic field's shrinking quickly, but we'll have they may save old Joe. Old Silent Joe may get saved. I'm gonna be good. Gotta be good, man. It is what it is. Yeah, yeah, and so definitely gonna do some ball games. Yeah, Jeff, it is. So, the whole Houston situation is gonna be absolutely crazy. They are getting exactly what they deserve, in my opinion, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I still think that anybody who was involved in this should have got minimum suspended. Minimum 1 year suspension. I don't care. I don't care if Houston had to use their whole AAA team this year. That's their fault. I mean, it's the organization's fault. There's multiple fans who have started class action lawsuits. They're suing the Houston Astros for fraud. It's going to be really interesting to see how all this pans out. You know, someone's on the ball today. Thank you. Um, oh no, they retracted themselves. Yeah, I mean it's going to be nuts, man. You cheated. All right, look at this guy. Who the hell's this guy? We're not even going to put him in timeout. We're just going to delete him from the channel. What a weirdo. Yeah, right, Bo? What a weirdo, man. Think about this, guys. Think about how miserable and shitty your life must be when you sit at home and do nothing but try to troll YouTubers, you know? So I have to tell y'all, it was so funny. I think I've only told one person a story, maybe two. Um, I can't approve that one, man. Too many F bombs in it. Um, so I was driving the other night. Well, this is probably 2 weeks ago. I was in a upper class neighborhood. It had like the brick cobblestone streets and all that. And it had large sidewalks on both sides. I'm trying to set the picture for you guys. So big sidewalks on both sides of the road, cobblestone streets, and there's cars parked all along the sides of the road because it's older homes. It's not like a new fancier upper class neighborhood. It's older homes that have all been renovated real nice. It's like 9 o'clock at night. It's pitch dark out. There's no street lights, no nothing. So I've got my headlights on. I'm driving really slow. And I go to make this right hand turn, and there's cars right on the curb. So I'm kind of in the middle of the road. And I go to make a right hand turn. And when I do, I instantly hit my brakes. There's an older couple, one in each lane, and their dog, in the middle of the road. So they've got the entire road blocked. And keep in mind, there's sidewalks on both sides. They've got the entire road blocked. So I sit there for a minute. I've got my window down, and I wait for them to go around me because they're actually coming. They're going left. I'm going right. And the lady gets right to my car window, and she looks at me, and she goes, "You need to watch where the f you're going, and be more careful." I said, "Ma'am, I was going 6 miles an hour. I never even got close to you. I don't care. You guys like you, or young people like you, are ruining this neighborhood." I said, "Well, don't they pay taxes too?" And the old man looks at me and he goes, "I'm over 70 years old, son. I'll whoop your ass." You talk to my wife like that. I was laughing so hard. So I told her, I said, "You must have a pretty miserable life." Just like this, too, guys, just like I'm talking to you. I said, and she's screaming at me through my window. I said, "You must have a pretty miserable life that you have nothing better to do than take it out on anybody else you see in public." And she started to walk away, and I was like, "Okay, cool, we're done." She stops and she turns around and she said, "I'm not miserable. There's nothing wrong with my life." And I couldn't help myself. I said, "Well, then he must be miserable as hell." I said, "Y'all just need to go get divorced. Maybe you'll both be happier." But this time they were over on the other side of the road. They still weren't on a sidewalk. And I even said that to them. I go, there's sidewalks on both sides of the damn street. Get out of the road. And then so I went ahead and made my right turn. And as I'm making that right turn, here's this 70-plus-year-old woman screaming at the top of her lungs, "Fuck you," with her middle finger up at me as I'm driving by. It was pretty funny. Well, what it is, Jonathan, they run it through an algorithm and including chat. And when you hit a certain plateau, they kind of advertisers don't want to be a part of it. He did. He did have spunk. Yeah, yeah. I bet you they throw a hell of a party. I bet you they throw one hell of a party, no doubt about that. I bet you they're great to be around. I just couldn't believe it though. Walking down the middle of the street 9 o'clock at night when there's sidewalks. It was good stuff. I liked it. Granny would smash. Yeah, she was pretty funny. But yeah, that's what's ruining her neighborhood. All the younger folk moving in. I didn't have the heart to tell her I'm 44 years old. I'm not one of these college kids. Maybe she couldn't see very well. What's going on, Florida trucker? I'm enjoying the sunshine, man. Look, it's beautiful down here. Look at that. It's about 80 degrees out, and it's almost time for the dinner rush. Oh, yeah, young whippersnapper. That would have been funny. That would have been funny. You young whippersnappers, you. Yeah, whippersnappers. We should get Chad Rich on that. Remember when he was Snapper Chat? What do you keep calling it? Snapping Chat. That's what it was. He was like, "What are these young people using this Snapping Chat? What is this thing?" It should be called Snapper Chat because we all know what's on there. But yeah, Snapping Chat. That's what Chad called it. Yeah, Jeepers. I changed it back just because it feels more like me. You know. No, Terry, I am not. And Dan, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that morning, I received two text messages, and I never responded to them. So no, I don't want to run a CDL school, man. Talk about headaches, man. Because then you got to make sure you have the right people there, right trainers. You got to worry about accidents and insurance, and it'd be a hell of a headache. Be a hell of a headache. But they're money makers, man. They're money makers, especially if you can get in with good companies. Only need me. Yeah, I guess if I did like a 2-week program and did 4 students at a time, nowadays what they charge for school, 5 grand, that'd be 10 grand a week. It could be a profitable business. That could be a profitable business, I suppose. Ralph, it's going all right. It's staying busy, that's for sure. That's for sure. It's one thing that shocked me about this is it's really consistent. It's not like you make $50 one day and $100 the next, and then $200 on the weekend. No, it's pretty consistent where it's at. And in this area, if you come out and put in 10 hours, you're going to make right around 180 to 220. I mean, pretty consistently. Oh yeah, so yeah, some Sonny's barbecue up to Jacksonville. Holy crap! Trucking school for lot lizards. Yeah, we need to go. How often am I working for Uber Eats? Quite a bit right now, Max. No, Edge, it's not like that. It's just I work in Tampa, and I mean, I can go anywhere I want in Tampa. I can work over in St. Pete if I want. I can work in Brandon, Clearwater. You just go wherever and turn the app on. This is like doing Uber, and Uber driving is the same way. But Uber and Uber Eats and Lyft, I mean, it is like truly owning your own business, right? It's like owning your own delivery service or owning your own taxi service. You only work when you want. Like there is no set schedule at all. You just hit a button when you're ready to start accepting fares or deliveries. And when you're done, you just hit a button that says, "Hey, I'm done." And then each one comes in, it tells you where it's going, or it tells you where it picks up, where it's going, and what the minimum pay is. A lot of times you get paid more than that, depending on traffic and all that, but it tells you what the minimum pay is, and you can either accept it or decline it. Yeah, Terry, quite a bit, quite a quite a bit. So yeah, Leon did Grubhub. Like I said, I checked Grubhub and DoorDash. Neither one of them were hiring drivers in this area. I mean, yeah, oh yeah, pretty much anything, man. Any restaurant in the Uber Eats catalog, I'll deliver from it. And yes, I do. Matter of fact, I delivered two peanut butter smoothies today from a restaurant called the Soul. What's it called? The Soul Shop, I think. Soul Soul Shop. It's like a barbecue shop, but they do smoothies too. Yeah, Jonathan, I agree with you. I mean, that hasn't been an issue. No, we don't deliver from the grocery store Edge, but Postmates does. I got to take this AirPod out. It's dying. It's hurting my ear anyhow. So guys, the audio is going to change. There we go. So the audio is going to change. I don't know if it's going to be better or worse. Or does the restaurant mark the prices up? Terry, I don't know how exact. I don't think so. There was there's a few restaurants that add like 50 cents or a dollar to like platters and stuff to cover the cost of the to-go stuff. You know, the bags, the plastic, you know, all that crap. But for the most part, it's pretty close as far as price goes. I deliver a lot of like Carrabba's and Outback, Hooters, Wing House. Man, they've got a restaurant here. I'm gonna have to go to it and do a review on it for you guys. It's called Four Rivers Barbecue. Or Four Rivers Smokehouse, whatever it's called. Man, it smells so good. Oh, it smells amazing. And I'm definitely gonna have to go there and try it out. Oh yeah, people order anyways. I'm tell you right now, I'm all day long, all evening. You know, I've run deliveries where the delivery fee was more than the food, right? And then they tip you on top of it. No, I took a $4 smoothie today. Well, there was two peanut butter smoothies. It was an $8 order. It was my first order of the day. I picked them up. The So it was $8 for the smoothies. They paid like $5.36 to have it delivered, and then tipped me $5.16 or something. So delivery fee and tip was almost $11, and the product was $8. Holy shit, Bobby, that ain't good. You all right, brother? Are you still at the hospital, or are you back in your truck? That ain't good at all, man. And where were you? Because hell, you live all the way down here, right by me. That's one of the things that was always scary to me, man, about getting sick on the road. What if something really happened, and then how's your family going to get to you or get you back home if, heaven forbid, they, you pass away? That was one thing that always concerned me. Correct, Jonathan. You got it. Like I said, I made a joke to Chad Rich and Stuber. Stuber drives Uber. I made jokes to them because I talk to both of them fairly regularly, and I made jokes to them about I probably made more than a lot of solo drivers at Prime last week, and I was home every night. Correct. There is, yes, the final mile, correct, Tail, but they won't do it for everybody, I don't think. I don't think they do it for everybody. You have to apply, and certain criteria has to be met. And what if your family's above that criteria, and it's going to cost them $10,000 to get you home or something? Buddy of mine Prime broke his ankle getting out of the truck. Prime went and drive from Oklahoma to Jacksonville on it. Yeah, look, if you're a 1099, man, if you're a lease operator, Prime's going to let you they're going to let you drive like that. It's not them. Holy crap, it's Ron Jeremy. What's going on, Ron? Ron, we've been missing your big hair around here. How you been, buddy? Got fired today? Me too, Ron. Oh no, that wasn't today. That was a month ago or something. Actually, I think it was about 5 weeks ago today. Holy crap, Bobby. Now, Bobby, did they call you or did they just send help? $10 from the receiver. Oof. And I mean, did you have a student? Did they tow your truck? I'm curious now. Now I got to know the story, man. Fill us in, brother. Fill us in. Obviously, you're getting antibiotics and everything needed to fight this, because otherwise you wouldn't be on the phone right now. So I was that sick once. I was in Tifton, Georgia. I was at the Loves, and I was sweating profusely, and my heart was racing like 100 miles an hour. It felt like it was gonna pop out of my chest, and my arm was getting numb. I actually, I just happened to be in Tifton, and my wife's uncle lives in the area, so he come down and got me. He come pick me up and rushed me to the hospital, and my blood pressure was like, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was like super duper high. Like when I walked in, I was soaked with sweat, and she asked me what was wrong, and I told her, and she took my blood pressure immediately. They didn't make me, wait, and then they immediately sent me back, and gave me some blood pressure pills and stuff right away, made me take them. It was scary. It was scary. That was the beginning of the change for me, I think, with trucking. That's when I started losing weight. I was a lot heavier than I am now. I was probably 70 pounds or more heavier than I am now, because I don't know what I weigh right now. Drove it back to Prime 1. And that's the thing trucking will do to you if you let it, man. That's what I was talking about, all the unhealthy eating. And that's another thing You know, with the being home is I'm not spending all that road money. You know, you guys know what you spend on the road on a weekly basis. It's a lot of money you spend to survive on the highway. And I'm not spending that money. You know, I'm going home and eating dinner at night. I'm not having, I'm eating breakfast in the morning. I'm not having to buy all, restaurant food, I can stock up from the grocery store or Walmart on soda and stuff at home. I'm not constantly having to buy that stuff. And that's making a huge difference financially and not making me feel the pinch as hard as I would. Hey Matt, that's up to you. I don't know how old you are or what your family situation is. So I mean that's part of it. So I did a dedicated regional for about 3 months in 2008. And I was home every weekend, but it sucked. Oh, the tow truck drove it back. Oof. Um, because they would guarantee me home every weekend, but man, some days I was home like 34 hours and that was it, and then I was back out, so I didn't like it. But I was still having problems. More actual room I had more actual room in my Peterbilt. I had more storage in my Freightliner, if that makes sense to you. So the Peterbilt had more room because it was wide open inside, and at least felt like wide open inside. Plus you could half fold that top bunk, put stuff in there, and not worry about it falling when you're driving. Welcome back, welcome back. Leon, that would be interesting if they changed that and you could no longer take blood pressure medication. I mean, Bobby, maybe. I've never been in the L tour, thank goodness. Man, we were just talking about this earlier, Bobby, before you joined us, about the whatever they call it, the virus, the Chinese virus. You know how susceptible truckers are to viruses and getting sick because, like, everything you buy, someone else is touching. Like your food, every meal you buy on the road, someone's handling it. Someone else is touching it. You don't know how much coughing they did, if they're sick, if their kids are sick. You know, every toilet you sit on is a public toilet. You know, you don't know how many different butts have been sitting there. I mean, truckers are susceptible to catching sicknesses and viruses and transmitting them around the country and to their family. And I mean, it's just true. Corona, yeah, the coronavirus. That's right. I think they're calling Corona 19 right now instead of Corona. Yeah, we're calling it coronavirus earlier, and they changed it to like Corona 19. Yeah. Actually, Skyline, I did have a refrigerator. I had a refrigerator in both trucks, or all my trucks. I always had a refrigerator. And I did eat healthier. Matter of fact, when I was telling you when I went to the hospital, thought I was having a heart attack, that's when I bought my first refrigerator. I was at KOLM then. And that's when I bought my first refrigerator and started eating healthier. And that was the start of the transition. So at that point, when that happened, I was about 265 pounds. That was in June or July of 16. I came to Prime in February of 17, and I was like 213 pounds. And when I saw my brother a few months later, y'all know he's a physician. When I saw him a few months later, I was like 193. So I was able to shed, 70 pounds in about 7 months. Yeah, correct. This is like a mutated strain, Sean. Correct. This is just a mutated strain of it. And it's wrecking havoc all around the world. And it's killing people who are older or unhealthy, having underlying conditions, whatever medical conditions they're already having. Those are the people it's really affecting. So they changed a lot of rules even at my son's school today. So he goes to school on Tuesday and Wednesdays. So sometime between Wednesday of last week and today, they changed all their rules. And so we got to the school today, and like the parents are no longer allowed back into like the play common areas. You have to wait in the lobby. Your child has to wash their hands before they go back there. And he goes, y'all know he's autistic, so he goes to a school where it's one-on-one, right? Every student has a teacher or a therapist, because it's not like a school, like an elementary school. It's a therapy place. So every child has their own therapist. So they have, I don't know, there's usually like 20 kids there, but they have 20 therapists there as well. So their therapist comes out and actually gets the child from you now in the lobby, and then when it's time for you to pick them up, you wait in the lobby and they bring them to you, because they've went through and like sterilized the whole place, trying to keep everybody from getting sick. And I have no issues with it. I'm glad they did something like that. Dad is good, Hopper. Thank you. Dad's kicking. He's kicking still. He's doing his thing. No, Doug, I'm not down to 160 now. I have lost even more weight though since I've been home. So I don't even know if I should tell this story. I'll just say this: I've lost more weight since I've been home. I have. So, and I can tell. I can tell. Tell it. No, nothing. Like yesterday, I think it was last night. I was standing in the bathroom and I didn't suck my stomach in or nothing. I looked down and I went, "Hey, I ain't seen that in a while," without sucking my stomach in. Correct. In theory, you are correct, because what does it do? It raises your testosterone. Testosterone is one of the things that helps you burn calories and stay fit and muscle building and all that. And so, yes, that all matters. Dude, get some rest, Bobby. Definitely get some rest, man. Feel better. Stay in touch, man. Got a baby girl and fiance. Look, if you've got a little one and a fiance, man, and you have the opportunity already to be home every night, take it. Take it, man. Take it, because what's going to happen if you take the other job that pays more? You're going to get stuck in the rut, right? You're going to change your habits of living. You're going to modify that because you have new income. And then when you're wishing you were home every day, you're not going to be able to make the transition back, because you would have to make lifestyle changes that maybe you're not going to be able to do, because maybe that mortgage is a 15 or 30-year mortgage, and so you got to have that income. So I mean, if you have the opportunity now, do it. Yeah, Doug, without a mirror. Joe, well, I mean, just being happy, Ken. Just being happy, Ken, to be honest with you, there's a lot of things that can raise your T, but just being happy in general, exercising. For some reason, they can't explain it. Squats are a testosterone builder, and I do the research. They can't tell you why, but it does. Without a mirror. That's awesome. I love that comment. I wish I could heart comments in the live chat. Wish I could heart comments in the live chat. That'd be good stuff. All right, guys, it's literally been exactly 1 hour right now, so I'm going to call it. I'm going to go back to work. It's 5 o'clock. Time to make some money. I hope y'all are doing well out there. This has been fun. Saturday, 10 hours of Uber Eats live. All right. When I'm driving, I'll have it faced out the window so you guys can see the road. It'd be road footage basically the whole time. And then when I stop to make and pick up the deliveries, I'll turn the camera on me and we'll chit chat. Samson gained 15 pounds in a couple months of TNT. Woo! Samson, don't do that. Samson, you're too little to gain 15 pounds. Holy crap. That's a lot of weight. Y'all stay safe out there, man. I'll see y'all soon. God bless you.